Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
It is me, one of your beautiful hosts, Titus, and this is my wife, the more beautiful host, Bunny or Rainy or whatever you want to be called. Welcome to Wives and Wyverns, episode 3. If you want to support the show, go ahead and click that Patreon button down there, and also follow me on Twitch. We're live all the time with some video games over there. And join our Discord. All those links down below. And today, as announced last week, also there's the GIF of the week right there. It's also about what it is today. It's a trap, everyone. It's a trap. And yeah, we're talking about traps in tabletop stuff.
Yeah, not just attractive looking barmaids that may not be maids.
No, that's no terrible. No, this is traps, as in things that will get your players and eat them, or in puzzles, those kind of things that you
Yes,
can't do. And I thought the best way of doing this, because there's actually it's a weird thing, but there's no real defined rules on how to make a trap. You can. This is delayed. That's live.
I know. Can we move that over there?
No, because I need to see like these things, the analytics, the health, all that good stuff.
But you can still see them. They'll just be over here.
Better?
Yeah, because you keep talking to yourself.
Now you're not gonna see the chat, if there is any, which there never is, but it's fine. It's okay. What? I get comments on the other videos, and a couple videos I forgot to go live or send out after they were live. So they've just been sitting in limbo. So they're all live today. So if you want,
that's great. Okay.
If you want to see everything, also the other podcast we got here, which is Uwu Trek, where me and Spumlord watch Star Trek in Timeline Order, and Papa and Pals, where Papa Curl and I just talk, and it's horrible, and we love each other for some reason. It just is what it is. He's a raptor. I'm a black tie. But there is no defined rules for traps in most standard tabletop RPGs, so people just make them. So the best way to showcase some traps is we each made 3, and we have a character here for our RPG that we're making, Titan's Path. It's going to follow those rules, if you're wondering.
Also, just a fun note, I totally screwed up on how I made my traps because I just couldn't think of traps individually, and so I made a dungeon.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We just needed 3 traps.
Mm-hmm. I made a dungeon.
Oh, okay. We'll do mine first, and then I'll run through yours, okay?
Sounds good.
So we have our meat. What I put in the description is our meat bag, and his name is Keith.
And he may or may not be watching this at some point. I'm not sure. I texted him the
there's
link.
Also a better link here, if you want to text him that one too.
Well, if I want to be nice.
Go ahead, take a picture, say this link instead, because it's a different link. It works better. It works better. So, yeah, we have Keith, and basically this guy here, he's a level 1 human warrior with an armor class of 12. Double attack, detect magic, witty joke, and try again are his feats. He has leather armor, gloves, boots, and a shield. And that's the medieval version. And then I have interchangeable parts for my modern trap, and then the cyber trap from the future that he will have to go with. And those things, well, let's just say those will be a good time. So we're gonna go through my traps here first, if that's okay.
Alternate.
So, you good, honey?
You were the one who told me to do this right now.
Yeah, just take a picture, send it, actual link. It's fast. So, he has 5 strength, 4 charisma, 3 wisdom, 4 intelligence.
I think he should have higher charisma.
No, these are the bonuses you add to the dice, so it's fine.
All right.
He has a sword. For now, 1d6 plus your strength modifier after you successfully attack. Armor class feats. They're pretty. The try again is an intelligence one. You get 1 reroll if you succeed with an intelligence check. Can you hand me my dice?
Next time I'm writing it.
That's why I said if before we started you want to write it down. Because I got bad handwriting.
What is that?
That up
Why
there.
do you have Nernus?
You gave it to me because I'm still translating it to the Titan's Path.
Okay.
All right. So here you go. You can have this for
Oh,
your,
thank you.
and then take your
So
dice.
generous.
Take your dice. And this dice. So I need to hold my stuff too. So.
That's why you place it in the tray.
Oh my goodness. I'm having my own tray. You have your own tray. That's how it works.
Yeah, you just place it in the tray. You handed me a tray. I was holding a tray.
All right. You ready for the first trap? It's the medieval trap.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to dying.
Oh, well, you might. Keith only has 100 HP because he's Keith. It's Keith. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can have better lighting.
Oh, I kind of liked that there was a giant microphone on my forehead half the time. That was
We can also
enjoyable.
do that.
Thank you. Oh.
So, Keith walks in to a cave. That's how it starts. It's pretty easy.
You rip off artist.
No, he walks into a cave.
Mm.
And he enters and you see a T intersection. In the center of this T intersection is a stonish glass shining orb with a plaque behind it.
All right, he touches it.
Nothing happens.
I just want to make sure I'm playing accurate to things.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
He walks up and he just puts his hand
Are you
down.
role playing Keith?
Yes.
Don't just role play Keith.
Why not?
All right, because I might add Keith as an NPC sometime.
Why can't I roleplay Keith then?
Okay,
Don't
fine.
understand
Roleplay
what is
Keith.
negative.
Are you gonna look around or what? What are you doing?
All right, sorry. Describe it one more time.
There's a T intersection. Perfectly, like you can see. You're fine.
Mhm.
Let's assume
Yep.
Keith has dark vision.
All right.
It's a T intersection, and where you're looking from, you can't see down either path, but you do see a glassy, shiny stone orb with a plaque with some writing above it.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up and see if I recognize anything on the plaque.
Plaque is clear. It's in common. Only those pure and true can see the light or be doomed to blackness.
Only those pure and true can see the light or be doomed to blackness. Okay. Can I pick up the orb?
Do a strength check. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's how you do it. Just
I'm
like
sorry, it's confusing me because of how you didn't write it like a
yeah,
sheet that I'm used to. So I was like,
yeah. It's just you add that to that.
okay, I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I rolled a 16. My strength is 5. So then I have to do math.
21.
So it's 21.
It's the pillar it's attached to. It's actually carved out of the pillar, so you can't move it. It's deep. It's like into the ground.
Okay, can I smash the pillar underneath it?
You can try. What are you gonna use to smash it?
What do I have actually?
You have a sword and a shield.
Also, can I look around real quick?
Sure. To your right, you just see a stone wall.
There's just nothing.
Yeah, it goes down a little
And
bit
my left?
to the hallway and stone wall. To your left, you can see a hallway and its light is coming out of it, and you see a glass object right near the front of it, but not the rest of the room because it's blocking your view.
Fine, I won't just keep trying to smash things.
Okay.
I'll go down the hallway with the light.
Okay, you go down, you enter a room, and there's two interesting things like right immediately. You walk up to it, it's a glass object, kind of like a prism, but also kind of attached into another stone pillar. Behind it, there's a carpet, red with gold decoration on it, and right behind that carpet is a pillar with a lever. Behind the lever on the wall, there's 3 more pillars, a blue stone glacian orb, a greenish stone one, a red one, and then some light.
Already a lot of details for me.
Yeah, then some light coming in from the upper side of the room,
So
near the red
This
orb.
is just a special note for everybody who isn't watching. I can't keep track of that many things. So my brain just deleted half of what he said. And what I got was there's a thing and a carpet and then some other stuff. That was my detailed
So the carpet,
my brain like completely what was right before the carpet.
a pillar with a glass prism on it.
All right, so I'm going to walk up and put my hand on that one now too.
It feels like glass.
Yeah, I just like touching everything. I'm gonna make sure to walk up and just kind of
It feels
Okay,
like glass.
so I I'm not gonna step onto the carpet yet because I'm gonna look at the carpet and check if there's anything interesting, like in the way it's woven.
Okay, do an intelligence check on it. Remember, everyone,
20.
we're doing traps. It's a thick carpet, and you can kind of see, since you got a 20, that it's above a wooden planks, unlike the stone of the rest of the floor.
Okay. So I'm gonna start. He doesn't have a bag of holding, does he?
No,
That
that's all.
sucks.
These are meant to be as basic as possible that a level 1 character can even get through.
I know, but I want bags of holding on like all my
No,
characters.
no.
Okay. He's gonna just kind of roll the carpet up.
Okay.
Not moving forward onto it. He's gonna roll it towards himself.
Yeah, it takes you about 7-ish minutes, but you're able to do it. It's thick. It's a massive like Turkish rug.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge, and it's about an inch thick through the weave. It's borderline rope.
All right. So what does the floor look like now?
Wood and planks, completely parallel to the stone.
Okay. Does it look like there's any way to open up that
You
area?
can't see it. Nope.
Okay.
It just looks
Can
like
I walk-
stone, then wood flooring, then stone.
Can I walk around that? Is there?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room around it. It's just like kind of like the carpet was presented like it was going over just so it dampened sound in front of this lever, where then you see the 3 colored stones.
Okay. So I'm gonna go around and kind of touch each of the stones because that's what I'm doing with this character at the moment.
You notice that the stones you can actually rotate them.
Ooh, okay.
And as you rotate the first stone, you notice that it actually has it's blue and everything that you're looking at. It has a square peg with a hole in the center on one side.
But there doesn't appear to be anything to put in this square.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna move to the next one and rotate it.
What way is it facing?
Hmm?
What way are you going to rotate? Are you just rotating to see if it has the same thing, or are you pointing it somewhere?
I'm just rotating it to see what it looks like all the way around.
Difference is it's greenish, but has the same
Hole.
hole, and it looks like it's made out of the same material, just different color.
All right, I'll look at the final one.
The red one has the same as well. The only difference is you actually now notice there's a mirror on some rope hanging near where light is coming into the room. You couldn't see it at the first angle because of
All right, let's go pull the lever.
All right.
We're not gonna stand in front of it though. I don't want to stand on that wood.
You pull the lever towards you or away from you?
I'm standing to the side.
Okay.
Because I don't want to stand in the wood. So I'm gonna pull it down since it's a lever.
Okay. Towards the wood or towards the stones?
I thought it was on a pedestal.
Yeah, it's on a pedestal, but you can turn it either way.
So it's on a pedestal, not on a pedestal.
It's basically the square object. Pull up here can go either way.
Okay. Point it towards the stones.
Nothing happens.
Point it the other way then.
Nothing happens.
I'm just gonna do this for a second. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna bash through the floor now.
Okay. What are you going to use?
My sword.
All right. Go ahead and roll for a strength check and attack.
15.
Okay. Roll for damage. So 1d6 plus your strength.
Thank you. It's been a little while actually now.
Yeah.
My brain is like D6.
Yeah.
The most recognizable other than the D20. I got a 2.
All right. So total
I
of
didn't
8.
completely fail.
You do 8 damage to the door.
Mm.
You see a little -8 come off of it.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
That's great.
But the door otherwise just looks not
I'm gonna
really
keep going.
damaged.
I'm just gonna keep going.
The first hit barely made a scratch. Like you look like you can buff it out with your hand. So you want to keep going?
There wasn't anything else in this room, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep smashing the door. I mean, I guess I could actually try and open the door now that I have a scratch in it. Maybe I can...
You can go ahead and try.
I'm gonna take my sword and jam it into...
Do a
the
wisdom
space.
check first.
15.
Alright. You know this will be fruitless. You're wise enough to know that. We also have 2 other traps we have to get through before yours.
You're a punk. My traps are so much more straightforward, it's like sad. I think my traps are more straightforward. I don't know. I have one trap that might mess you up a little bit.
Yeah, well, you have to get through mine first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so let's go back to that the first pedestal in that room. There was a orb and nothing happened when I touched it, right?
Correct.
Okay, can I look at all sides of it? There's nothing on it?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's black.
Okay, and I can't remove it from the pedestal?
No, it's like stuck in there. Unlike the
it's
other
like
3.
part of the pedestal?
Yeah.
Can I take the other 3 off of their spots?
You can try. You haven't done that. You've only touched them.
I try.
Okay. They're like stuck with some kind of weird mechanism on the inside. Like they're hollowed out, so they're able to turn, but it looks like you can't really pull it off without breaking it.
Can I reach the rope with the mirror on it?
Oh yeah, it's within grasping length.
Alright. So I'm gonna try and reflect some light into the red orb.
Okay. You reflect it into the red orb, and you notice the light goes through the red orb into the green and blue. And out of the little nodules on each side, a laser comes out. And now they're pointed in random directions.
Alright, I'm gonna go turn each orb until the little hole direction, the laser direction, faces the first orb.
Okay. The first orb in the hallway?
No, the first orb in the...
Okay, the crystal prison.
In this room. The first orb in this room.
Okay. You point them and they shoot and you see it. Are you just using the red one, blue one, or green one, or all 3?
I turn them all so that they're pointing at it.
Okay. So when you shine the light, it immediately all hits and you see a white light come out and hit the black orb in the other area, which now reflects rainbows everywhere.
Okay. Nothing else happens?
Nothing else is happening.
Alright, I'm gonna go look at the other orb, I guess. The black orb.
Alright. It's like a cool kaleidoscope in the room, but nothing has changed.
I don't like you.
What? I didn't do anything.
Because literally at this point, if I was actually playing, I'd probably be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to go drink at a tavern. I don't have any reason to be here currently.
This is my most complicated of the 3
This is
traps.
your most complicated?
Yeah, this
I'm
one,
like,
I was like, woo, this is fun. The other 2, I just wrote notes. I actually drew a map for this one and everything.
I mean, like, what's my character's motivation of being here?
He likes adventure. He thinks it's pretty neat.
He does like adventure.
Yeah,
he does like
he
adventure.
thinks adventure's pretty neat, you know? That's his entire motivation. And forever when we need Meatbag Keith, that is what's
That's we are not calling him Meatbag Keith.
We're
We're
calling
calling
him
him Keith or Billy.
Keith the Meatbag.
Or Billy.
No, it's his last name, Keith the Meatbag.
No.
Yeah, he's from the land of Fredge.
I'm a fridge.
Fredge, yeah.
A fridge.
Keith the
like,
Meatbag.
Open the fridge, pull out random food.
Keith
Okay.
the Meatbag is
I'm
from
so glad you put so
the
much
land of
effort into
Fredge.
this. It's incredible.
Okay, so what does Keith the Meatbag do from the land of Fredge?
I mean, I'm gonna touch the orb again that's shiny and nothing's gonna happen again.
Pretty much, that's what happens when that happens. So there's still one thing you haven't done now.
The light's going through all the orbs. What one thing haven't I done? I've done everything. I've touched all the things.
Do you want me
yes,
to
just tell me.
You haven't pulled the lever now that everything's shiny.
Oh, this is why we died.
No, this is why you have
Okay.
other players with you. So that's assume I'm just another player at the table who's like, hey, the mama, go pour the lava, because we're outside and afraid, and you're the only person going in.
Give up, flip the table.
There is no table.
Yeah.
Your arms are flailing.
So I'm gonna go flip the lever.
Towards the
Whoa.
orbs or towards you? And what side of it are you staying on the wood or on the other side?
Standing to the side because I'm not standing on that tricky wood.
Okay.
It's clear that that is like gonna be not a good thing.
Okay.
So first I'm gonna flip it towards the wood, and then if nothing happens, I'm gonna flip it towards the
Alright.
orbs.
You flip it towards the wood and you hear a large stone moving from the hallway.
Just to be curious, I am gonna flip it towards the orbs.
Nothing.
All right, now I'm gonna go out to the hallway.
All right. You see a golden chest.
Can I roll perception?
In Titan's Path, it's either an intelligence or wisdom check.
Oh,
On if you want to see if you find any traps or if you should open this thing or not.
I'm
But
going.
you can only pick one.
Should you know if you should open this thing? or not?
Wisdom check.
It's a wisdom check. Okay. So I rolled an 8. I have a wisdom of 3. Yes. I'm trying to do that basic
9,
math.
10, 11.
Shut up. It's 11.
Ah, you're gung ho about it.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, this chest looks fine.
You're just...
Why not? You're going to a cave. You're for.
Woo! Let's go open the chest.
You go and open the chest. There's 1,000 platinum there.
I
Congratulations.
pick up the platinum.
Congratulations, you've solved the puzzle.
Yay.
You didn't activate the trap.
What was the trap?
If
and
you
how
had-
would I have activated it?
If you had only shined the light into the prism or one to two of the colors into it, the wood would have opened up and you would fall into 3 zombies.
Oh,
But then if you defeat the zombies, another door opens up and you get the platinum.
okay, so
Yeah. Either way.
I still wouldn't have fallen in because I never stood on the wood. when
Correct.
I
You would
did
have
it,
just seen
so I
it
would have
open.
been fine. Okay.
But then an arm would have come out and grabbed you and pulled you in.
so
you know,
it would have been like
a DM has his
would I have? Do I have a dexterity roll for that?
strength to see.
Just a strength. To
Yeah,
see
because
if
you're
I...
avoiding or
So-
pulling away depending on what happens.
So dexterity is just gonna be listed under strength.
Yeah,
then. That's interesting. Okay.
Because you have to.
No,
be
I
a
like
certain
I
amount of
like
strength.
simplifying the number of things you have to keep track of. That is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, this is for Titan's Path. It is we posted a character sheet in the Discord of what it would look like as well as on our Patreon. So next one, you ready? You ready for the next one? This one is a present day, Keith. So you do not.
And we did explain this before.
Yeah.
Titan's Path happens over 3 major time periods.
Past, present, future.
Yeah, so you can choose where you want to play, what type of game you want to have, and that gives you a lot more freedom in
Yeah.
making everything how you want.
So, modern Keith doesn't have a shield or a sword anymore.
Mhm.
So, if you notice, that means if we take away the shield, do you have an eraser?
I always have an eraser.
All right. Take away the shield. His armor class is now down to 6. And you no longer have shield or a sword because it's modern day. That's not practical unless he's a mall ninja, which I think Keith is better than that.
A mall ninja?
Yeah, I'll explain to you after the stream.
That what has become of the people who used to do parkour?
Yep.
Okay.
But he does have a gun with 6 bullets.
Okay.
Gun, 6.
The specificity of how many
Bullets?
bullets is a little worrisome, but okay.
It requires 2 checks.
Oh, this was something I wanted to note too.
Hmm.
We both made traps, but he's the only one who had any info on what Keith, the character who's going to do the traps.
That wasn't by design. I was meant
Yeah.
to get it to you. I've had this. I just forgot to get digitized and send it to you, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I had no input or information on that, so I had to be a little bit less specific in the way I made my traps, and just kind of assume that he was a weak character that would need to be clever. So we'll see how it goes with my traps.
Okay.
They're
So-
not hard.
So, yeah. basically, I'm just gonna mark off shield here and everything. So 6 bullets. Everything else is pretty much the same. But a gun takes intelligence to know where to aim and strength to avoid the kickback once you shoot. If you use it. So this scenario is, oh God, what did I write? Oh no, that's some okay. So Keith is at a party, and his friends don't like this guy named Daryl, the drug dealer, because they think he trapped somebody in their basement. And they want you, Keith, to steal his keys for his car and drive it around the block for a joyride. All right. You're at the front door. It's about 3 a.m. You notice it's a 2-story door. All your friends are in a car across the street, just going.
It's a 2-story door?
Or a 2-story house, sorry.
I was like, that's a really big front door.
And it's, assume a suburb of some, like it's a little bit of a rougher neighborhood. You hear like glass break, a dog bark. Gunshots to keep the rent down.
That's great. Seems like
Keith would totally be.
He would not be in this
but
place.
Adventure, this sounds great.
No, his adventures are like hiking.
Also, some backstory. You guys do think Daryl sells meth or crack, one of the two.
All
but
right.
you guys at church don't do that, so you don't know. This is like the one bad thing you guys are gonna do.
So I'm gonna check and see if the door is unlocked.
All right, first. This is interesting for Titan's Path. You guys don't worry about this, but I have to explain to her. Stealth checks are done using wisdom. So are you just going to open the door? Or are you going to stealth?
I'm going to try and quietly open the door.
Alright, first do a stealth check.
8.
Okay. Slam, you just kick open the door.
Okay, well then now I'm committed to it.
You hear a dog bark in the backyard. Brr, 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 brr. And you hear a man upstairs go, "Shut up, Cletus! I'm trying to sleep!"
So you're gonna start looking around for keys.
Alright.
A lot of people keep keys near the front door, so, let's start there.
Alright. So are you just gonna look around, or are you gonna step in and look around?
Step in and look around.
Hear a slight hissing. Now, what do a wisdom check to see what you see around you.
19.
19. It's really dark, but you can see through the entire place. It's all like packed, gross. He's a bit of a hoarder, as you notice. You see a bunch of jars full of various liquids, and you look down to your right and you see a little pipe, and air's coming out of it. You think it's air, but you do smell some like rotten eggs.
Oh, well, that's great. Let's not light anything right now.
And to your left, you do see stairs that go up to the
Just to
second
be
floor.
clear, we think that one of our friends is trapped in the basement.
It's rumored that somebody from your school is trapped in the basement. You see stairs that go up. On the side of the stairs, a door that you assume is to the basement, and a corner hallway to the kitchen.
Let's go to the assumption to the basement stairs.
Okay. Now, are you going to check the door or try to just open the door?
Let's just try to open the door.
All right.
We're in modern day. What could happen?
As you open the door, you hear an extra click. Do a strength check to see if you avoid a knife flying down at you.
Great. It's 21.
21. Okay. You see a glimmer right as you open the door, and you remember in school they taught you, for some reason in your forensics class, that meth houses sometimes have these weird traps that come at you out of nowhere. So cops have to be extra careful and wear unique head armor. Knowing that, as he sees a slight gleam, he opens the door wide open, falls to the ground, and he sees a glass bottle attached to a plank of wood, just like this. And nearly, like, right where he would have stand, that would have gone right into his eye.
Okay, but are there stairs?
There are stairs.
I was right.
But then you also hear, like, Cletus, was that you barking again? From upstairs. And you now hear somebody get up, and you hear some commotion from upstairs, and a window open, and the dog barks some more. And he's like, Cletus, shut up! And you hear some glass break and a dog yipe. And then a slam of the door upstairs. And what you assume is Daryl lying back on his bed. But you don't know if he fell asleep or not.
Okay. Can I see anything down the stairs?
It's pitch black.
And there's not like a light switch.
You can feel around for one if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel around for a light switch.
You were able to turn on the light. The problem is, it was the upstairs hallway light. Why is Daryl's house wired like this? You don't know. And you hear, hold up! Oh, F no! And you hear a click. A very distinctive one, and some slamming. And what you see is this really skinny dude with a massive beard coming down with a shotgun. And he looks at you, and he goes, hey! What do you say?
Is there anything that I can use to light a fire?
You have a gun.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you're in the worst possible scenario of this. Well, second worst, actually.
Hey, Daryl. My friends told me that I could try meth for the first time here.
Daryl looks at
We're
you.
gonna go like full
and goes-
underbred version of things.
Okay, I want you to make 2 strength checks before I do what the next thing is. They're not at disadvantage. These are 2 separate ones, but make
Okay.
them at the same time.
Hmm?
Oh,
That's a 7 out of 1.
okay. Ooh,
So the
7 plus
8,
5.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
12? And
And 16.
Alright, so Keith is going to escape, but be very injured.
Right.
Daryl's like, no kids should have meth. He aims his shotgun, and as that sparks when he shoots, fire comes out and starts lighting the room on fire. It hits Keith right across the face, but Keith is strong enough to power through and jump out the window, but getting severely cut up. He wakes up in the hospital 3 weeks later, and they're like, Keith, how did you know Cheryl was in the basement? So do a wisdom check to see if you can lie your way out of this.
18.
That totally can't lie.
Okay, so my lie is the truth. I heard a rumor. I went to check it out.
Right on. Keith somehow survived Daryl the meth head's labyrinth. You were actually supposed to go upstairs, get the keys, and get out. But every time you didn't make a stealth check, something would happen. But it was a max of 4 stealth checks with the D4 I rolled at the start.
Okay.
But congratulations, you did modern day.
How'd
you do that
it
one?
was weird, but I'm okay with it. That was fine.
You've never done a mod. Well,
I've
outside of Dread.
done Dread.
Yeah, outside of Dread.
And so this felt more like Dread. But you know what the thing is? Is like modern day, I automatically play a little bit differently than
Oh yeah, you should.
because to me, I'm like modern day. It's why would there be traps? But there are places where there's still traps.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
I don't know.
Keith no longer has a gun at all.
Okay.
He does have a cybernetic eye, which he can see residues and gain some extra info, +3 when doing an intelligence check, and a multi-tool, which is +2 to wisdom and some intelligence checks. I meant to put some.
Okay. A multi-tool.
Yeah. So that's the current Keith. Same stats as always, just no weapons this time. And this is the future.
Future.
All right.
Okay.
Ready for future Keith?
Mm-hmm.
Keith wakes up in a cell. It's all iron. Or no bars though. It looks like a blue shimmering glow. And as he wakes up, he sees a giant blackened robot with red eyes. Kind of think.
I'm sorry, but you said Keith wakes up in a cell with no bars, and my brain went
Think Star Trek.
cell phone
No.
with no connection.
Think Star.
So that's why I was
Think Star Trek.
okay.
Like that. And then the robot that's walking by, I think a super battle droid, you know, kind of one of the fatter ones, but with red eyes. And it's just on repeat, there is no escape, there is no escape, as it walks down a exceedingly distant hallway.
Well, that's encouraging.
What do you do?
Look around.
There is a loose panel and a stone bed.
A loose panel? What was the eye thing that I have?
Your eye is a cybernetic eye. You can see residues and immediately identify a creature, and you can gain extra info if you're doing an intelligence check on an object.
So I'm gonna pry open the loose panel and use my intelligence eye on it.
All right. Do an intelligence check at +3.
12.
12. You know that there's some power going through this conduit.
Some power.
You're not sure from or to where, but you can immediately recognize this as a power conduit.
I have a multi-tool though.
Yep.
What can I use my multi-tool for?
You just the cool thing about Titan's Pass, you tell me.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what the multi-tool does or what it looks like at all, but
It's like think of a Borg arm. But +2 to wisdom and some intelligence checks.
so I just want to say this phrase. I'm gonna hack the mainframe.
All right. Then do
I'm gonna
do an intelligence
Yeah.
check. Your multi-tool would work for that.
bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. 19.
18. All right. So you do hack the mainframe in your computer eye. You can see what's going on. And to sum up all the ones and zeros, you realize you're on a prison starship, leaving the Mercury colony and going somewhere far, far worse. It kind of looks like a black hole. Like you guys are all condemned to death. There is no pilot, only robots.
Can I reprogram the ship?
So there's 3 options you can see. You can grab a identity chip of someone who's not supposed to be there. You can reprogram the robot, or you can let out all the prisoners. But no matter what, you still have to get to the cockpit.
So I have to get to the cockpit first, and then I have those options.
No, you have these options now. These are what you use to get to the cockpit.
Identity chip, robot, or let prisoners loose.
Yeah.
So first I'm going to try reprogramming the robot.
Okay. Do you want to do wisdom or intelligence to do that?
Intelligence.
Okay. You do have some knowledge on that, so go ahead and use that. You can even use your multi-tool to enhance that.
Okay. So 2 plus the multi-tools 3.
Yep.
Right?
Yep,
So
and
we're
then...
at 5 plus wisdom of 3.
Or it was actually intelligence, you said? So 9.
Intelligence 9. Sorry. Yes, 9. I'm totally intelligent.
So, you're immediately rejected, shocked, and busted out. There was a firewall blocking you. You take 40 damage. It was a pretty intense shock. So now you're down to 60 health.
Okay. So
You don't want to try that option again.
I'm pissed now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and let all the prisoners out now.
Okay.
And make a run for the...
Wisdom or intelligence check to do that.
I'm going to do intelligence again just because I'm higher.
Okay.
And I have my multi-tool bonus, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 15, 16, 17, 18, plus my intelligence, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay. 10%, 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% of the prisoners do you want to let out?
Let's do 75%.
75%?
Yeah, I'm going to make it hard for myself, but also...
So you get to choose from these...
Just, everything's distracted longer.
You get to choose from these 5 options. Low security, where you're at. Medium security. High security. Max security. Death.
Everything from between me and the cockpit.
So it's mixed. Each one is now measured based on, like, it's just cells, but they have like a code attached to them. But you can choose 4 of these options to open, up to 4 since it said 75.
Actually, let's change it to 50%.
Okay.
Let's try and open all the cells that are on the other side of me that are not in my way,
Okay.
plus like every other cell that's on my way to the cockpit.
Okay. And of those cells on the other side, because they're mixed, and the ones on every side, of what level of danger do you want to open? Now, keep in mind, not all of these may be human.
You know, let's not go max danger on anything.
Okay.
What were the
Safe, like people, petty crimes, nothing violent. Low security, which is basically like some violence, maybe a chase, maybe did a bank robbery. Medium, the people who've killed, just in general.
Okay, let's just do those first 3.
Okay. You still have to pick one more, because you said 75 at the start.
Then the next highest one.
Okay. Those also are people who've done treason or run like gang organizations, hyper violence, and serial killers.
That's fine.
Okay. So that's the mix.
Let's just go ahead and let those serial killers out there.
All right. You notice yours does come down, and you start hearing shouts, screams, crashings, robots.
Yeah, I'm making beeline.
Shooting. As you get out,
I'm
you
not
see
waiting.
basically a war on
I'm just
20
going.
levels.
I am not paying attention to other people. I am going.
What direction are you going?
I don't know which way it is. I was just hacked into the mainframe. I should know which way it is.
There's left and right.
Well, which one takes me to the...
It looks the same both directions, and if you look over the ledge, because it's actually a precipice, it goes a long time down and a long time up.
Great. Let's go right.
All right, you go right. Let's see here. You encounter one giant praying mantis looking crazy dude eating a robot, while 3 guys are riding on top of him, screaming and whooping with their shirts off. What do you try to do?
I'm just gonna go around it.
You're gonna go around it. All right, do a strength check, because they're like, bucking and going crazy.
1.
Well, okay, yeah. In Giants Fats, 1s are automatic fails. Don't worry about adding bonuses or anything. Yeah. The robot hits you as you try to go around, and you fall off the precipice.
Okay.
But you land on an elevator that's going straight up. You do take a little more damage. You're down to about 25 health.
Oh, great.
But around you do notice 3 more robots, but they haven't noticed you. They have their guns aimed upward, and they're shooting at something above you as this elevator is going up incredibly fast. And there is a panel on the side of the elevator that shows like the floors, and there's thousands of them.
Can I tell on the panel? Does it show the bridge?
There's a big red button on top and a big blue button on the bottom.
Oh, that's really helpful. Incredible. So
But there's multiple buttons for like floors and
there are
cells.
more robots here?
Yeah, there's 4 around you, but they haven't even noticed you because they're too busy trying to defend themselves.
Are there a lot of prisoners that are loose here? Or more or less than what I had?
As you're going is practically the same. You realize you opened a lot more than you thought.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ride the elevator all the way up, I guess.
Okay. The elevator stops where you were knocked off, and they jump off and start fighting. The elevator's still there, but the robots, the praying mantis, and the other prisoners are all jumping into a big dog pile.
Alright, can I push the top button?
Top button? Yeah, sure. You push the top button, and you're immediately shot to the roof. Here, 1 second. Oh, I can read that later. You're immediately shot to the roof, and you're at the bridge.
Yay! I made it to the bridge.
Yeah. So, now, there's a door there. Keypad, handpad. It's locked, and you see someone's dead inside the window.
Inside, there's no one dead outside?
No one dead outside.
Somebody's dead, but the door's locked.
Mm-hmm.
How did... I'm gonna tap on the window. See if anything happens. Nope. Okay. Is there anybody around?
As you look around, you see a lot of residue near this keypad for your cyber.
All right. Can I tell anything from the residue?
Hold on, someone's knocking.
That's probably Demeron.
One moment.
Uno más.
We're almost at that. Oh.
Hi, Boo Boo. We're recording something right now. Well, we're going through traps.
I want to do traps.
You want to do traps?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Okay.
Right here.
Right here.
Hold on.
I want there.
All right, Dimmer. Grandpa wants to hang out. Come on.
Here, you go hang out with Grandpa for a little bit longer, and then you and me and Daddy can all play something together.
Okay.
He's a good baby.
Okay. So you're at the cabin. I'm here. So what are you doing?
I scanned the thingamabob.
Okay.
Jake.
You notice that it's human residue is here, lots of blood, but it was messed with recently.
Okay, can I use my multi-tool to open the door?
You can try.
Okay. 3 plus my intelligence, right?
Yep.
7.
Nothing happens.
Okay. This message recently. I really don't know. I'm like not used to playing by myself.
It's okay.
Realizing this more and more as we go through these.
I know,
things.
it's okay.
Like I have no idea what to do when I'm by myself.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's why these are like traps, because a lot of times traps will isolate players from each other.
Yeah.
So you have to think for yourself. Oh my goodness. Let me just fix that. Here.
What?
Oh, look how blurry we got.
I think I look fantastic.
Nah,
I like the blur.
Nah, you don't need it.
I
So.
like the blur. It's complimentary.
Mm-hmm. So. So, what are you doing, honey?
Let's try smashing it.
Okay. Do a strength check.
7.
Oh man, this thing's tough.
I can't roll anything but 7s right now, apparently. If I had other... What? Is this a 20?
No, that's a 12.
That was my only extra. Yeah, I don't have any other dice right now.
Oh, where'd I put
Out.
mine?
Like, I have other dice, but...
Oh, you can use mine.
Thank you. I want the sharp one.
That's the D12.
This is pretty.
D20's right there.
Thanks. Okay, here you go.
Roll it. And what were you rolling for?
I wasn't rolling for anything right then.
Okay.
Why do I have to roll something?
All right. So, do you want some assistance in this one too?
Yes.
Have you tried spreading that residue on your hand?
That's gross.
Mhm.
No.
Try that.
Why? That's disgusting.
Try it.
You're disgusting.
Try it.
I hate you.
Try it. Keith would be down.
Nobody's gonna put some random goo from who knows what in a prison onto your body purposefully. That's disgusting. Fine, he smears the goo on his hand and puts his hand on the scanning device.
Hello, Captain. And it opens back up. And you notice this is definitely not a captain. This was a prisoner that got really injured, but has a hand in its hand.
Has its hand?
Has a hand. He's holding a hand, but he's dead.
The prisoner is holding a hand?
Yeah, but the prisoner is also...
Is the hand connected to anything?
No.
Okay. So, is there anything else in the room?
There's a control panel that's asking where to go. Blinking, blinking.
Great, I'm gonna go over to that.
Alright. Congratulations, you made it to the cockpit.
Yeah. You're so disgusting.
It's okay. So those are mine. Let's
Go
do,
find your dice.
let's do yours. Let's do yours.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give I'm assuming yours is all medieval, right?
yeah, I just made a dungeon.
Okay, then I'm gonna give my sword and shield back.
So this is the reason why I called you a cheater pumpkin eater earlier
Mm.
and said that you stole my thing is because I read to you the intro to my traps thing, which starts him off in a cave.
I totally forgot.
So now I understand why you don't want me sharing my traps ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's because you immediately copy paste and pretend it's yours.
No, I seriously forgot you said that. It was like weeks ago.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So Keith enters a dungeon. Choking a bit on the stench that fills the air, his breath just visible in the dim light of the torches that run along each wall. He rubs his hands together, then loosens the sword at his waist. The numbness in his fingertips fade from his mind as he sees a wall appear in the distance. He can just barely make out some sort of writing. Quickening his pace, he grins. This is the start of his adventure.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, I have a way better intro than you.
Oh yeah,
don't I?
totally. Yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. So what's on the wall?
Are you gonna roll a perception check?
No. What's this wall I see in front of me? You haven't done anything yet. You've said
I
a
said there's a
wall.
wall. You're in a cave.
All
There's
right,
a wall.
I'll do an
look
intelligence
around.
check on that. I got a 6.
So you are currently approaching the wall, and you see there's stuff on it.
I licked the stuff.
No, there's some nice grooves. Feels interesting on your tongue.
What's it taste like?
Tastes like goo.
Okay. I stick my sword into one of the grooves.
Nothing happens.
I wiggle it.
A little piece of the wall chips off.
Okay. Take that. What's that? What color is it?
It's kind of a dirt color.
Dude,
Looks
that's
like
Keen's
stone.
favorite color. It's dirt.
Kind of dirt stone tone.
All right, cool. Is there anything else in this room?
Just. Oh, are you gonna look around?
I am looking around. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Wisdom or intelligence?
You are the player.
I'll do
You
an
have to
intelligence
decide.
check. I got a 1.
Well, yeah, this is
Goddamn.
going great.
damn it, Keith.
You're in this really nice cave.
God damn it, Keith.
Some shadowy areas. You can't really tell what's there, but you know.
I
And there's
walk
this
into
wall
this
in front
shadow.
of you with some grooves on it.
All right. I think I curl up and cry because I'm Keith. And that's all I can do because I
Wow.
am useless.
But now you know how I
Keith
felt.
is useless. He is a meatbag.
So now you know how I felt in that one that you.
I am
that you
Keith the
made me
meatbag
first.
from Prague.
Okay.
Prague.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, I'm gonna let you re-roll your
I
perception.
do actually have the ability of
Something.
that's called try
Yeah.
again.
I was gonna
So-
say, like, you have it.
Yeah,
Use
so,
it.
so I'm gonna try again. So first I have to do an intelligence check. So I got an 8. Does that allow me to read?
That allows you to know that there's words on the wall.
I read the words.
Unfortunately, they seem to be in a different language. Do you know any other languages?
Keith did speak punk ass bitch.
I don't appreciate your language. This is a family-friendly show.
Okay, no. Keith only knows common.
Okay, please don't use that language in front of me. I don't appreciate it. Yeah, so it seems to be some really interesting letters there.
Cool.
It looks like the part that you broke off the wall was maybe part that you could have read a little bit more clearly.
Of course. Is there any other objects in the room other than dark patches? Is it just a wall and some darkness?
No, but now that you looked around again and perceived a little bit better, you do notice that those dark patches are actually openings in the wall on each side.
I go down the right one.
Down the right one? Okay, let's see. So if you'll notice here, I actually have right and left.
Oh, jeez.
So on the right, you enter the opening on the right. Do you do anything as you enter?
I stealth. with a holy crap. That's a 20
All right. So you walk in.
quietly. Like
You slip into the room quietly.
danger music is playing, but no one knows why. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
All along the
dun,
side.
Oh.
Danger music, or Pink Panther, or whatever like comes to your mind. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could be Kronk. You could be Kronk from Emperor's New Groove coming out. That feels more accurate, actually.
Yeah, Keith is crunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So you're going into the room. You walk in. It's a large, empty room, except in the center of the room there is an empty door frame.
okay. What's the door frame made out of?
Seems like you can't tell from over here.
I walk up to it and whack it with my sword.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me. 11 strength check.
Alright. Nothing appears to happen.
All right, but could I tell what material it was made out of as I whacked it?
Yes. The door frame is made of metal.
Okay.
Some type of metal, you're not sure what.
Okay, cool. I go back out and go through the left hole.
Do you do anything else to the door frame?
No, not right now.
Okay. So, in the left hole,
Yeah.
you can feel the air is drier than it was in the main chamber. And it appears to be a large, empty room with a door opening on the other end of it.
Door opening, not a door frame.
Not a door frame. There's an open door.
Is there anything
the
else
other
in
end.
this room?
Roll a perception check.
16.
Okay.
Getting wisdom.
You do notice that the floor here appears to be tiled instead of just a regular dirt floor.
Is there grout along this tile?
You cannot perceive any.
So it's just a giant slab?
No. It's
Because
tiles.
I got a 20. So it's tiles, but there's no grout in between those tiles?
Not visible grout. No.
Alright, I stick my sword in between two of these tiles
Okay.
and then wiggle one up.
Excellent. Marvelous. Behind you, the opening to the previous area closes
Alright, cool.
suddenly with a slam. You feel the air pressure changes just a little bit, and there's an odd kind of pink cloud slowly creeping out of the area of the tile that you just moved.
Cool. I suck that in. Like, I'm Snoop Dogg. I'm...
Alright.
Keith likes to get high.
It just keeps pouring out. Nothing else happens.
Alright, no damage, no nothing.
Nope. Not that you perceive at
What
the
did
moment.
it taste like?
Oh, okay. It tasted like roses.
Cool.
I actually did think about that ahead of time.
Alright, I walk through the next door.
All right. Do you do anything before
Nah,
you
I just
go?
walk in.
All right. Yeah, of course you do.
What?
Nothing. I'm just like, you just walked around one of my traps that was really cute.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the other one, like, you triggered, but anyway.
Yeah, I just
You'll
left.
find out later about that.
Alright,
Anyway.
cool.
Okay.
So it's like, how do you deal with players that just don't want your trap?
I know. Like, I died a little bit just now.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I'm fine.
This is also perfect examples for people who watch it of like what happens.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're currently walking down a long hallway.
Awesome.
There doesn't appear to be any torches in the hallway,
Is the
but
smoke following me?
there is smoke following you. It's
Alright.
it's very slowly pouring out of that one spot and
Alright,
building into the
So
hallway.
I have detect magic. Am I detecting any magic?
Currently, no.
Okay, cool.
So this hallway just appears to be an empty hallway. There's a little bit of light coming from the ceiling from some type of stone, but you can't really see anything else.
Can I
from
reach
it.
up and touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
Is it smooth?
Nothing else happens.
All right, I keep
You're just
walking
walking
down the
down the
hallway. Yeah. Just.
Okay, there's more hallway.
All right, I turn around and go to the smoke.
All right, so you turned around. hate you.
What? I'm going back in. Like,
I
hey,
know, I
this is
just
one of
want-
those endless hallways because I'm
It
Keith the
is one of the
Adventurer.
endless hallways.
I've been in one of these probably 1,000 times.
Yeah,
in my
no,
life.
I was gonna have you walking for like 15, 20 minutes,
Nah,
just
I
saying
just-
you're walking down the hallway.
Nah, I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Keith finds adventuring neat. You don't think he's studied for this? He knows.
Fine. You know what? Maybe you should have learned Draconic so you could have read the passage at the front.
Konak?
Draconic.
Draconic? No, Keith, like I even said, Keith is common. He doesn't know anything.
He
He's
can know stuff.
No, he's a basic
You
human.
said that he's an adventurer.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Maybe
know
he studied ahead of time to
Yeah.
get ready for his
the two
adventure.
other most common languages other than Common are Elvish and Dwarvish.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying.
he knows a Dwarvish girl and he dated an elf once.
Right, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So, you get back to what looks like the previous door frame. You go back in.
Yeah, I just breathe that smoke in as I go.
All right, as you
Singing,
step
"Smoke
in,
weed every day."
The cloud has thickened.
Nice.
The whole room is kind of like a pink, fluffy cloud of rose
How many
smell.
C's thick is this cloud?
It's
5 C's. All right, cool. I got that.
There's a lot of eyes too.
Yeah.
So you can't actually see any of the walls now in that room.
Cool. So I just run until I hit a wall, and I just start sliding across it until I find
The
something.
visual that you just made in my head was fantastic.
With my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then, because, like, I'm Keith and I felt the light, I now
So-
know which is the endless hallway, and I'm looking for something different.
When you touch the other side of the room,
Yeah.
you don't come across a doorway, it seems like. You just come across another wall.
Cool.
The wall feels extremely dry, and you're starting to become really thirsty.
Cool.
Are you just going to keep sliding along the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. So as
But I stick my tongue out and start licking the wall. As I
it
do
tastes like salt. Really heavily like salt.
Cool. Alright.
So if you're going to just keep going...
No, just like once. Just like, eh.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because it was salty, and I'm more of a sweet guy if I'm Keith.
Yeah,
Are you liking this roleplay? It's like the totally chill adventure.
You do come across what appears to be a slight indentation in the wall
Okay.
that you didn't notice before when you were in this room.
Is it shaped as a body, or is it just like, a dip?
No, it's more like a slight alcove.
Okay.
So it's just maybe about an inch where it goes in, but it's kind of
Shoot, hold on. Keith has
like a rounded top.
Keith has a trunk. So this is he has to decide whether or not to put his butt first or his face first.
What?
In this, Keith has a big booty. So in my head here.
Okay,
So
whatever you say.
So he goes in facing it and risking his biscuit for the biscuit.
Okay, so you just put your face
Yeah,
into
just
the...
into the alcove.
Nothing...
Wait for the thing to pass.
What thing to...
Get the air to like
Air... Okay. I'm fine.
You don't want me at
You
your
just
table,
keep
do
breathing
you?
deep. You
Yep.
just do you.
Yep, and then he cries and prays to his Lord.
As you press up against the backside of the alcove, you can feel it kind of clicks, and you're able to push it back.
All right, I push it back.
Okay. It kind of pushes back for maybe like a foot, but then it stops. Do you want to try anything else?
Oh, it doesn't want to go any further, so nah.
Okay.
What? Like there's
Your
not much.
choice. Choose
No, I
what
can't.
you wanna
Okay,
do.
I'm gonna do an intelligence check on this clicky thingy. Nope.
What did it?
An
well,
8.
It's extremely low check. You pass.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Right on.
Yeah, it seems like you might be able to slide it to the side.
Okay, I slide it to the side.
All right, it opens. There's a room, some kind of space on the other side. It's fairly dark in there.
I walk in because it's better than this
All right,
salty
does
place.
he have dark vision? Did we decide he has?
Yeah, he just
okay.
has. It's always bright wherever he is. He can see,
All right.
unless you're in Daryl's house.
All right, so yeah. Yeah, so
Calling out our own continuity is so much fun.
yeah, fun.
Yeah, freaking Daryl's house just counters dark vision because of the meth.
So, in various places around this room, you see small, kind of round-looking things all over the
Do
ground.
they have nodules and lasers?
No,
Darn.
no. You can kind of see through them just a little bit. These kind of round things, and there's like it looks like there's a circle in the center of each of them.
How big is that circle, roughly?
So each of the round blobby things are about this big. The circle's about this big. There are a couple that are slightly larger and a couple that are slightly smaller
I
throughout
touch
the room.
one with my pinky.
With your pinky?
Yeah.
Okay. It feels very squishy. Do you pull your hand back?
Yeah, it's a room full of slimes. F this,
Yeah.
I run.
No, I'm sorry, but you already touched it. So, I'm gonna need you to roll to see if you can pull away from the slime.
Strength. I got a 18 plus 5. I think I pull away from that slime, and yeah.
All right, you pulled away from the slime. The slime seem to have noticed you now. They are moving towards you very quickly with their cute slimy bounces.
So I'm going to do I see anything like a exit to this room other than where I came?
Roll. Yes, you do see.
Okay.
There seems to be another kind of
All right.
alcove
I
thing.
run screaming and just swinging my shortened shield in a flail-like fashion.
All right, you hit nothing
Okay, do I make?
because they're all little tiny slimes on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Can you roll again? I want to see if you step on any slimes while you're running frantically.
7.
Yeah, okay. So you step on one slime, it starts to wrap around your leg, slowing you down, but not stopping you. You do reach the other side of the room.
Just one slime? Alright, I'm gonna talk to it and say, hey, let's be friends. Oh, yeah, 17.
It
or actually,
loves you.
15, 19. Yeah, even better.
It's extremely affectionate.
Alright, this Keith is gonna name it Keith.
It's,
Keith and Slime Keith.
It's so affectionate, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable.
It's fine. He can't say no to a new friend.
Yeah. Have you
And neither
stopped?
can Keith.
Have you stopped to have this conversation with the slime?
I'm saying all this as we walk through to the next room.
Okay. So you're not running anymore, you're walking?
Yeah.
Okay. All of the other slimes are continuing to follow you into the next...
I tell my buddy, hey, tell your friends they're on our side now.
They're all fine with it.
Cool. Let's go.
I recommend you don't stop.
Hold on. Does Keith have ambition outside of this mortal plane?
You're playing Keith, not me.
Yes, he was very religious. He wants to become one with the slimes. He leans back and falls into this pile of slimes.
This is where we cut away for children.
And man, was it beautiful. He stands back up. The slime's now disgusted. They all leave.
I forgot to remind you, you're not the DM.
I know. I'm just having fun now.
Nice try. No, the slimes surround your body.
Heck yeah.
You feel an intense euphoric pleasure,
Yes.
and some of the slime goes into your mouth.
Hell yeah.
So it's just kind of you are inside the slime. It's
I am
very
one
hard
with
to
the slime.
breathe.
That's okay. This is awesome
You
because
feel
I'm
like
into the
you're losing
autoerotic
energy.
asphyxiation. It's cool. I'm gonna pass out and enjoy.
That's really creepy and weird. You feel like it's really hard to breathe. Actually, it's getting more and more difficult too. You feel like you're getting weaker, and I need you to roll and see if you are aware enough to try and get out of
What
this.
roll?
Your choice, player.
All right. I'll do a charisma check and try to talk with the slime. Like, hey man, what was our safe word again? Because I think we're crossing the line. Man. 12. 16.
Okay.
Pineapples.
Yeah. The slime seems satisfied with what they've received from you.
Heck yes. Keith is
You
the
feel
greatest
extremely
lover.
drained. You notice that your skin is extremely dry.
Oh man.
You feel a thirst overwhelming you.
Oh yeah,
but
that
the
after
slimes,
coitus drink.
the slimes do leave you and return to the previous room now.
All right, cool.
Okay, you're on the floor, by the way.
All right.
You're on the ground.
I'm just giggling like a schoolgirl.
That's nice.
I stand up. What room am I in now?
Okay, so you are in a lovely room
Awesome.
with a fountain in the center of it.
Heck yeah. As Keith is a known adventurer, he's not drinking from that fountain. Is there another way? Is there a... He can deal with some thirst. He lives in Arizona. So...
You do have an overwhelming thirst right now, so I'm going to need you to roll to see if you do not drink from the fountain.
Alright, I'm going to do a wisdom check on that one. 23 or 22.
I really wanted you to roll a natural one.
Not happening.
All right.
Keith is a pro.
You don't drink from the fountain. At least not yet.
Alright, is there an exit out of here?
You see there are multiple indents in the wall,
Alright.
similar to the one that you previously pushed
Cool. I'm
open.
going to do wisdom, and then how good my wisdom, you determine which one I go into. Natural 20.
All right. So the first indent seems to have some wear and tear around the edges, and there looks to be a puddle of dried blood at the bottom
Ew.
of that indent. So maybe not that one.
Keith, not for that.
The one on the the first one's on the left.
Mhm.
The next one's the far right, because either way you go around the fountain. So those would be the first two you come in contact with. The one on the far right, it kind of has a creepy, yucky death smell coming out of it.
Alright, we're not doing that one.
And the third one just seems fine.
Alright. Which one with this wisdom check would Keith have picked? You have to let me know that. Because I don't know. Like, you could be trying something, but I got a natural 20.
Well, your natural 20 is telling you that the one in the center is
That's
the
not-
least scary.
Okay, then I'm going that one. But I said natural 20s.
That's
how
nice.
he picks, because I did a wisdom.
Yep. Your wisdom gave you information.
Alright, fine.
Okay. So you're going down the middle?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what do you do?
This time I go butt in first.
Okay, you push on it.
Yeah, and then slide it,
You
slide
slide it?
around.
All right, it slides open.
Alright, cool. And then I step backwards, spin around, go, hey, finger guns.
Yeah. I do want to make sure you note you didn't really examine that previous room.
No. Too thirsty, can't think.
All right. Okay, just so long as we're clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
You enter another room that has tiles all over the floor. These are slightly different looking tiles, but you still don't see any grout.
I take my sword, let's do it again.
The door slams closed behind you
Heck
yet
yeah.
again.
All right.
We're going with a theme for this dungeon.
Cool. Put my sword back. Give me the gas.
I'm sorry, we're out of gas. Instead, we have this nice salty water starting to pour in from the ceiling. There is no other door currently visible. The room is slowly filling up with salt water.
Alright. Intelligence, do I see it draining anywhere? No. I got a 8.
That's sad.
Alright.
Yep. More and more water pours in from the walls and ceiling.
Okay.
The openings for the water seem to be very small. There's no way for you to use them to get out.
Okay. So. Alright, well, Keith accepts his fate and starts praying. There's no way out, and I can't do any more checks.
You can do checks. You didn't look around the room at all.
Alright, I look around the room again.
No, you didn't look around the room previously.
I did an intelligence check to see what I see.
No, you were specific about your intelligence check.
Okay. 11, 15.
All right, you do note that there are several grooves on the wall, but they are near the bottom of the wall, and since the water has been rising now for a little bit, you are a bit above them, floating in the water. You would need to dive in.
Alright, I dive in. Strength to hold my breath. I can't hold it for that long. And then, what do I do with these grooves?
They're the same grooves as you've seen previously.
Alright. I push my face in, slide things around.
Okay, the first one does not move.
Alright. I do the second one if you allow me to do it.
I do.
Alright. Do the second one.
Nothing happens.
Do I have enough breath to do
You
the
should
third?
probably go back up.
Alright, I go back up. And then strength check to hold breath. Hey, a little bit longer. Shake the third one.
Okay. This one does move, but it's very slow. You're going to have to push.
Alright, I push with a
Strength check.
natural 20.
Natural 20. It slides open like
Whee!
butter.
All right, I swim
That felt
myself
weird.
in through the butter.
Through the butter. The water pushes you aggressively into that room and drains away.
All right, I am a salty boy.
So now you're thirsty, have been drained of a lot of your liquids previously, and your body absorbed
Can
a
I-
whole bunch of
Can
salt
I
water.
polymorph into a Cheeto?
Yeah, sure. On the floor of the room, you do see a slight glimmer.
Well, I am like high on no water, so I go over and slap that.
All right, something bounces across the room into one of the corners.
Cool.
This room appears to be quite large.
uh,
There's a little bit of light coming into this room from some windows high up on the ceiling.
okay.
It's almost cathedral-like.
Ooh. Wisdom. See if I should be here. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's a nice room.
Cool. I throw my sword at one of the windows with a strength check of 21.
All right, the window breaks, and you can hear birds outside. And
Is
you
there
can hear
pews around
water.
me?
Pews?
Like, because it's cathedral, is there pews around me?
Oh, pews. I was thinking pew pew. I was like, that's not right to the content currently. There are pews around you.
All right. Can I put one of those pews up to where I crash the window and climb out?
And it is very far up.
Yeah, how long are these pews? How big is this cathedral?
Why don't you look around?
You can tell me the pew length. That's
I
not.
just want to see if you're smart, okay? Just roll the dice.
He's smart enough to know.
Roll the dice.
11 plus.
All right, you're smart enough
Okay,
to know
Not
that
everything
these pews.
requires a roll.
I know. I just don't like the. I feel like you're trying to like take over as DM. So
No, I'm just like.
I'm asserting my dominance with dice rolls here. Is
Tell
what
me
I'm
the pew
doing.
length. See if I can put it up there
Nope,
and leave.
it is too short.
All right.
They're decently long pews, but it is too short
If
for
I
you to reach the
stack
window.
enough pews, can I reach it?
Why don't you check and see if you can move a pew first?
All right. Strength. 12. 17.
That pew is stuck to the ground. You ain't moving it, and it's made of stone.
Okay. Well, my sword's already out there, so I have to get out there.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm a little parched.
Let me help you here. As you kind of have started to look around the room a little bit more, maybe come back to your senses, you
Not really. I'm thirsty as
yeah. You can see there is another fountain on what appears to be kind of like a rise, a stage kind of area.
Is that
at
one
some
salty too?
point. I don't know. You'll have to
I
check.
go over, stick my pinky in it, and go.
Okay.
Yeah, I go like that. Just
I need you to roll your dice and find out if you just killed yourself.
I got a 20.
All right, so you are okay.
Yeah. So is it water or not?
It's not water.
All right. Damn it.
Yeah, it's poison.
Oh, cool.
It drains you of your water.
What is this place? Is this like an incel con or something? Everybody's salty. They ain't got a girlfriend. This is weird.
No. But now that you've asked that question, maybe you can use that question to observe the room around you.
All right. I look
Roll
around.
dice more.
I got a 15. Is the entire place of salt?
You can see that there is a large statue behind you, standing over the doorway that
Is
you
this
just came out
just
of.
this Keith's Sunday
It's
school?
It's a giant sea god statue.
Oh, it's Poseidon.
Yeah.
So okay, is Poseidon naked or not?
In common, there's a wooden sign that has been placed next to the opening.
Okay.
If you would like, you can read the sign.
Okay, I read the sign.
The sign asks you not to disrespect Poseidon's sanctuary. It says that any who enter there will be drained of all of their waters.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
It
go
says,
respect
this
Poseidon.
is the resting place of Poseidon's sacred ring.
Oh, cool. Is on this statue, do I notice any rings?
No.
Okay. I don't have a sword. I can't chop off his stone peepee here, so because you won't tell me if he's naked or not, so I'm
You
assuming
could
he's
ask
naked.
me if
I
he's-
did.
You did not.
Okay, is Poseidon naked?
He's naked.
All right. So to apologize, I tickle his waves.
I'm not comfortable with you saying that on a kids show.
What? He has wavy hair.
This
I
is a
tickle
kid's
his
show.
waves.
Uh huh.
This ain't no kids show.
Whatever. It's a kids show today. I'm on it. It's a kids show.
So I slap him in his fish bits.
You hear somebody go.
Keith turns around and goes, "What?"
There is a group who has just entered the
I swear to God, if it's squirrel Mormons again.
No, they're not squirrel.
That's what Keith says. He's just like, no.
No, it appears to be some kind of group of nuns.
I knew it was not.
They are shocked and appalled by your disrespectful treatment of the statue of the god.
I say, hey, my bad. I thought this was my homie. You guys have an exit? I'll stop disrespecting you. Just tell me to leave.
The eldest one clicks her tongue at you and points away
Okay.
that they came
Okay.
and says, please leave quickly.
Cool. Is there water nearby I can have a drink while I leave? Or no? Okay, cool.
They
And I just walk out. Did I leave?
You did successfully leave alive.
Sweet.
You failed to get any of the treasure.
That wasn't the point.
There was treasure everywhere.
Nah, no worries. I just wanted to have a little adventure. It was
Actually,
cool.
both of those fountains had treasure in them.
Ah, sweet.
And there was a ring that you kicked across a room.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
When?
A really nice ring.
When did I do that?
Remember when you came into this last room and there was a shiny thing on
I
the floor?
I slapped it. I didn't kick it.
Okay, fine. You slapped
I
it
slapped
across
it.
the room and it bounced
Oh, okay.
away into one of the corners.
Yeah.
That was the ring of Poseidon.
Oh.
It got washed into the
Man,
room
Keith's
with
gonna
you.
have a story when he gets back to the tavern.
Yeah, so anyway, that was my little stupid dungeon. If you wanted to know what the writing on the wall in Draconic said, then it was very simple because I didn't put a lot of thought into it. So
That's fine.
it was literally, if you rolled a perception check and you could read Draconic, you would have had the ability to find out that a lot of it was unreadable because of deterioration and somebody sticking random swords into it. But that you could make out something about unimaginable thirst and fighting a way forward by going backwards, and a warning about being careful where you step. There's also something about the love of creatures.
You know,
So you did actually trigger the majority of my traps. There was one that you missed, which was
one of the fountains I just left.
well, no,
Other
I
than
get that fountain and the other fountain were actually identical fountains.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it was just there was multiples of that
So
throughout, and there was a longer path you could have gone on that involved that door frame if you had walked through it. But
yeah.
that's all I need to say about that.
Yeah.
I think we can
So
leave it.
so what we learned today about traps and weird puzzles? Because
they're-
it became more than just traps.
Yeah, I think what we learned is that all traps are dumb. We're all dumb,
No,
and
you went through mine pretty well. The
did
Daryl
horrible.
one I was a little disappointed because I had like more meth house traps. I just wanted to see what if you'd fall into.
no, I feel like what we learned was that this is a game all about just
Tell the people.
surviving.
Tell the people.
This is a game where you die because you're stupid.
You like that? Isn't that fun?
Stupid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? So
Yeah, I do kind of like it, but I
Yeah.
want to keep
Well,
doing
Mike
it.
Boom. Yeah.
I want to keep doing it.
Oh my god! When I first set this up, like the first stream, like every 10 seconds, I'm just
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well. I only grabbed it once, so that was good. No, I think when we're doing traps, I very rarely DM. I've
Yeah.
done hardly any DMing, so this was actually a huge thing for me doing this.
yeah. It's like
dungeon
your
trap
second or third time.
set. DMing this style, but I've done like 3 or 4 times with like the Star Wars
Yeah, yeah.
game.
Yeah, practice. It's
So
different, right?
It's different. I think
I'm-
overall, like the biggest thing when you're DMing is, did everybody have fun?
Oh, I had
You
fun.
know, if you had fun making the traps and you had fun putting your players through the traps, then it's a win. Whether or not they find any of the treasure, even if you point it out.
The thing is, Keith is not interested in Trevor.
Trevor.
No, Keith is more about the journey
He
than
likes,
the destination.
Yeah, you know,
and-
I can see that.
Yeah, Keith is just like, I want to see cool
He's a
places.
chill dude.
Yeah, he's chill.
Really.
And I straight up, like, I role played Keith in my head. Like, what would Keith do in his happiest mind state? He'd just
'Cause
move
that was-
on.
That was, you know, so we based the character Keith on a coworker that we
we
knew-
both liked.
yeah, we both really liked him, and
I think I role played him to like perfectly. I was just like, oh, that sucks. Now,
like I think like a happier version of Morty from Rick and Morty
pretty much,
is
yeah.
kind of
Like Rick and Morty without Rick.
yeah, Morty successfully doing some things.
Yeah. I liked your
Yeah.
little, like, that your traps led into each other and compounded. I thought that was pretty cool.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, it was difficult to come up with stuff, and I was
Yeah.
struggling with making my traps have deeper. I wanted my traps to have deeper stuff going on with them than they did.
Mine
but-
were shallow as heck.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta wrap it up
Okay.
because the
Yeah, I
baby's
know.
calling.
He needs us.
So
But basically, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you had fun. They had fun.
yeah, it was a good time.
It doesn't matter if you accomplished anything during
So
your whole dungeon.
you get to pick the next subject.
Oof.
You gotta announce it right now. It
I
has to be
know.
on the fly. That's part of
I know
part
my
of
brain
DMing
went
is
completely blank.
improving. So
All right.
that's why we do.
How about we each come up with a new race?
All right, cool, and we'll review it.
Yeah, we can
Brand
kind
new,
of-
can't be based on off of anything.
That is
Yeah.
total lie because everything's based on
Nah,
something.
I'm gonna make mine ridiculous. It could be fine.
Yeah.
Now, fantasy, modern, or future.
Well, I'm gonna do fantasy just because I'm comfortable there.
I'm
That's
gonna
where
do
I like
future,
to play.
which will also be an announcement for one of the gods of the lore in Titan's
Okay.
Path.
Assuming that everything goes well, we'll use both of these in Titan's Path. Then.
Yeah.
And that means that next time we do this podcast, we will be releasing a basic character sheet for one of our for each of our
races.
creations. Yeah.
And also Keith.
And Keith.
Yeah, Keith. Human warrior of
Human warrior friend.
yeah, Keith Valmaybag from